ọmọ ìyá ni mo ṣe ìjà mọ̀lẹ́bí ni mo gbé o ìjà mọ̀lẹ́bí ni mo gbé o ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹjọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi ìwé ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mọ́ ẹjọ́.
Finally, Karimo has decided to say all that she knows. But before telling us what she knows, people have requested that Karimo, please, first of all, before you come to tell us your story, before you begin to shed your crocodile tears, I'm talking about tears, you're going to hear Karimo cry. She cried. Karimo has decided to apologize to Mohbad's father. Of course, she had done that before, but this time around, people requested her to do it in a different way. And they also wanted that Karimo tell the world what she knows. Recall that Karimo appeared on a particular platform where she talked about how she had spoken to Mohbad's father, warned Mohbad's father not to bury Mohbad. And also, she said she was the one that instructed Wunmi on how to go about self-medication on Mohbad when she claimed that Mohbad had mental health crisis. Well, you're about to hear what you have never heard before. This is what we have been waiting for. This is what we have been asking for. We have told her several times without number, Karimo, the only way you can wash yourself, the only way you can cleanse yourself from this impending doom and disaster is for you to come out and tell us all that you know. There are things that we know that you know. Like I told you guys, I said at the beginning, Karimo only knew 50% of everything. After engaging with Wunmi and their wicked mother, she got to know 70% more. Now, she started, dilly-dillying between two. Should I embrace light or embrace darkness? That was what she was doing back then. But now she has realized that darkness cannot overcome light. It's just not possible. It is not possible. It is not possible. And because she knows the consequence or the consequences that is about to be unleashed on her, Wunmi, and their mother, and whoever that is involved in the demise of Mohbad, she has now decided to quickly say her own part, hoping that mercy of God and also mercy of human beings, particularly Mohbad's father, she will get some of it, because she does not know if this will be the end of her journey in the United States. Because when this autopsy toxicology, the private one, forget the one they did and they manipulated, they redacted some things, manipulated, they did all the nonsense that they did, but now things have changed. Now, we have gotten to a point of no return. Let us get right into it.
Pẹ̀lú ìyọ̀ǹda Ọlọ́run, pẹ̀lú pé ìpè tẹ́ gbà àti nǹkan tẹ́ gbàgbọ́ tẹ́ dìmú, ó Jésù tẹ́ dìmú, ìpè yín, mo fi ìpè yín bẹ̀ yín, ó dẹ̀ fi ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba bẹ̀ yín, ẹ dáríjì mi. Òun mọ̀ kéè tí mo ṣe Ọlọ́run ọba ti yọ́nú sí mi. Bàbá, mo ṣe wọ́n tì pé kó gbé mi wá sílé yín gbà tí mo dé Nàìjíríà, wọ́n takú wọn gbé mi wá. Bàbá mi mọ̀ yín rí o, ẹ rí mi rí, èmi náà rí yín rí o. Àmọ́ bí tí mo ti tọmọdé bọ̀ ni pé ó yẹ kí n rí yín sójú kí n tó gba nǹkan tó ń sọ gbọ́. Torí mo mọ̀, èmi fúnra mi mọ̀ wọ́n pé ojúmọ́ kan onírọ́kọ̀ ni wọ́n.
Bínú bàbá.
Kò yẹ, but ní táìmù yẹn bóyá torí ikú tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni mi ò jẹ́ kí n rántí lọ gbà. Àwọn ẹni yìí ó mọ̀ pé DJ YK ni wọ́n.
Ẹ má bínú bàbá. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Bàbá, ó fi ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba, ó fi bẹ̀ yín kó gbẹ̀yìn abiyamọ. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ dáríjì mi.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ everybody, ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ dáríjì mi. Ẹ ní kàgbákò, ẹ ní ṣí ìjàgbé o.
Àmín.
Ẹ ní bí ẹrù ẹlẹ́rù sórí kó di tiyín o.
Àmín.
Mo fi ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ, mo fi bẹ̀ yín.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Bàbá, tó bá jọ́dún kan ló máa gbà yín, ẹ máa fi dáríjì mi. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ dáríjì mi.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
mo ṣe tọmọ ẹbí ni o, mo ṣe tọmọ ìyá ni o.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Àmọ́ ìjọ tí mo ti wá gbọ́ voice note yìí, ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ mo kí fọ́ọ̀mù mi mọ́lẹ̀ tí mo pe yeye.
Bẹ́ẹ̀
Pé mi ní gbọ́rùn kan báyìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kí bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ wá nú gbèkùn yẹn kí n má sọ. Mo wá ń lọ káàkiri, mo wá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀ ń gbá mi síbẹ̀, ń gbá mi sàn. Yèyé ló fún mi lọ́díẹ̀sì yẹn. Ló ṣe jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti sọ lénìí. Bàbá mi, tẹ́ ẹ bá dáríjì mi, tẹ́ ẹ mọ orí èèyàn tí mo jẹ́, ẹ mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá nírú mi nínú ẹbí, kó ní tòun lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Àwọn náà dẹ̀ mọ̀,
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yà tọ́lọ́run dá wọn nìyẹn.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Ẹ dáríjì mi, mo fi Ọlọ́run ọba bẹ̀ yín. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ, ẹ bínú sí mi tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹ dáríjì mi.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ tẹ́ wá ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ máa bínú sí mi lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lórí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín á ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run á ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ yín. Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Bàbá orí ìkúnlẹ̀ ni mo wà o.
Orí ìkúnlẹ̀ lè
Mo sì wà lórí ìkúnlẹ̀ o.
Orí ìkúnlẹ̀
Mo
ni.
bẹ̀ Ẹlẹ́dàá yín o.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Mo fi ìpè yín, mo fi bẹ̀ yín o.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Mo fi kúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ bẹ̀ yín o.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́
Ọ̀rọ̀ tí
bàbá.
ò ṣe ti yín kò ní jẹ́ ti yín o.
Àmín.
Ọmọ aráyé ò ní sọ yín lórúkọ burúkú o.
Àmín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Orúkọ tó ẹnu ẹ̀gàn tọmọ aráyé ti fi pè yín ni mo ṣe ní kí n ṣàtúnṣe yẹn. Bàbá, ẹ̀yin kọ́ ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyá Túndé ò gbé fóònù fún yín.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá. Bàbá ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, orí ìkúnlẹ̀ ni mo wà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bàbá.
Ṣé o ọmọ ìyá ni mo ṣe ìjà mọ̀lẹ́bí ni mo gbé o? Ìjà mọ̀lẹ́bí ni mo gbé o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dáríjì mi. Ìwé ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí i mọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Ìjà mọ̀lẹ́bí ni mo gbé. Mo dẹ̀ lose a lot. Mo lose so much. But ìyẹn kéré. Ó kéré. Ọlọ́run tó dá gbogbo kó lọ sí orí, á dá tèmi padà, á dá tiyín náà padà lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín. Má bínú bàbá. Etí mi ti kún. Etí mi ti kún. Ẹ má bínú. Mo kàn rọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ni. It is well. It is well. Karimo ti tó.
Ma? Okay, ma.
Ó ti tó. Ọlọ́run
Okay,
á
ma.
tu
Okay, ma.
bàbá nínú. Mo mọ
Okay, ma.
reason tí I'm just overwhelmed. Sọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ. Ó ti tó.
No, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ náà nìyẹn.
Ó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Then mo fẹ́ sọ, mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ tẹ́ ti gbé mi ṣépè tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tí mo jáde fún bàbá. Mo fi ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba bẹ̀ yín.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Ẹ ní ríru tèmi. Ẹ dáríjì mi.
Ẹ má
Ṣé wá rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ tẹ́ ṣe fẹ́ máa gbé mi ṣépè lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí? Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ̀ mọwọ́ tẹ̀ mẹsẹ̀ wá dìlé yín lórí? Wọ́n á kó ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ ayé, wọ́n á kó sáwọn ọmọ yín lórí. Wọ́n wá pè yín pé kẹ́ máa bọ̀. Ẹ wá máa náwó òdì lórí àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Mo tún wá fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan social media. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò bá ṣojú yín, ẹ wà careful láti máa drag èèyàn.
bẹ́ẹ̀.
The moment a lot of you think because nǹkan tí Wunmi ṣe fún mi, mo ṣe tán. Àwọn ẹbí mi mọ̀ mí lọ ṣe ń fi gbogbo nǹkan pamọ́ fún mi. Mi ò sí ìdí àbòsí. The moment tí mo mọ̀ ó tọ́, àwọn tí mo wá ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ń gbà yẹn tí mò ń bá sọ, mo kọ́ pé pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gbóòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ náà, ẹ ṣì takú pẹ́sẹ̀ nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ máa ṣe yìí. Gbogbo yín, gbogbo conversation wa tajọ nígbà tajọ sọ ẹ gbé síta, ẹ tún máa fi kó bá ní o. Mi ò ní kẹ́ má gbé síta o. Àti blogger kan tó ń pèèyàn kan lólè. Ìwọ náà gbowó o. Ẹ gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ síta o. Wà lẹ́ o.
Can you mute your phone in K fashion?
Evidence wà lẹ́ o. Nǹkan tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fi drag mi, ẹ gbé síta. Èmi náà lẹ́ evidence lẹ̀. So, kò jù yẹn lọ yèyé.
Thank you, my darling.
Ẹ ṣé gan ma. Yèyé Kúdí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin lọ́lọ́run lò. Yèyé, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń mí àti tó ń mí nínú ayé yín, ọ̀run á sọ di ọ̀tun.
I want to say this, and then it's a personal opinion. I want to congratulate us that we have been able to push this cause for justice this far. That we have started it almost 11 months ago, and we are still here today. I want to congratulate us that there heavy backlash in the camp of the enemies, and everybody is running SH0CKER to find safety. I want to congratulate us that truth is crippling out from where it is kept. I want to appreciate our ruggedness because it is not easy. When people that are laying heavy curses on you come around to start begging, you know that God is at work. It is not a power of flesh, but a power of the spirit. A lot of things are happening in the spiritual realm that only came manifest in the physical. I want you to know something. It is not easy for Karimo to come out and be speaking in a very defeated voice like she just did today. Because I will say, Karimo, who used to be a captive, is now captured. I'm not mocking her. I also want to say that Mohbad's spirit has not rested wherever he is to make sure that those that have contributed actively, passively, consciously, unconsciously, knowingly, and unknowingly in the demise of that boy is being brought to justice. Some are being brought to justice on social medias. Some are being brought to justice in their marital life. Some are being brought to justice in their family. And some will be brought to justice in the court of law. So I will say, glory be to God. However, we need to start asking the necessary questions. Why is Karimo coming out now? I put so many things on the comment section. I said the fear of autopsy is the beginning of running SH0CKER for those whose hands are soaked or perceived to be soaked by the blood of Mohbad. The fear of autopsy is the reason for the restlessness in the camp of those that are complicit, in the camp of those that are accomplices, in the camp of the real suspects in the power of Mohbad. People coming out to talk, they are not coming out to talk because they really want to do so. They are coming out to talk because of the inevitable. They are coming out to talk because of the obvious. They are coming out to talk because they are afraid of the big sword of the autopsy, because they have no clue which direction the autopsy is going to take. They have no clue what magnitude that result is going to take. So they are trying to be proactive. They are trying to look for shelter. They are trying to look for sympathy. They are trying to look for empathy. They are trying to look for empathy before the big hand of autopsy will catch up with them. Karimo has said a lot of things. She talked about her damaged heritage. She talked about faulty upbringing. She talked about misguided maternal. She talked about how they wanted to lure her into a wrong marriage. Karimo talked about doggedness. She talked about craftiness. She talked about deceitful nature of her sister, Wunmi. Karimo knew everything Wunmi and her mother and Yatunde had done for her all along, not now. She knew the role they play in their plans to shatter her marriage. It is not now that Karimo knows that these people, that they are double-mouthed. It is not now that Karimo knows that these people, they have questionable characters. It is not now that Karimo knows that these people are devilish. Why is it now that Karimo is coming out to let us know that these people, they did this, they did that, they did this? Don't forget, all the evil acts Karimo claimed that these people have done for her, they were not done 11 months ago. They were not done 10 months ago. They were not done 8 months ago. They were done long time ago. And Karimo knows, he has the memory. She has the memory of every evil deed that they have done. Why will Karimo throw her weight behind those that have all these questionable characters in the first place? And that's why I will tell you, Yoruba Bo, I will translate it in English. Wọ́n ní ẹni tá bá kọ́ níkà tó bá ṣe ìkà òun fún ara ẹ̀ gan ti níkà nínú. That is, if you receive the counsel of wickedness and you go ahead to perpetrate that wickedness, it is a general belief that wickedness runs in your blood naturally. You just need somebody to activate it. You just need somebody to act as an activist. And that is what I would say happened to Karimo. Karimo has been forcefully brought to her knees. Karimo is not coming out because her conviction told her to come out. Karimo is not coming out of her willingness because she wanted things to be right. Karimo came out because she must have received a lot of spiritual warning. She must have received a lot of cautions. She must have received a backlash from her husband's family. She must have received a lot of restriction telling her to desist from the evil way she was going through. If not, calamity will befall her. I believe these are the reasons why Karimo decided to come out at this point. As much as I want to believe, as much as
vengeance,
I want to believe,
vengeance.
oh please, let us be guided. God will help us. Let us be guided. Let us take emotions away. Let us take empathy away. God will bless you, Kofi. Thank you very much.
Even after coming to Nigeria, let's look at it. She came to Nigeria. She discovered things. From the day she got to Nigeria, she discovered a lot of things. But yet, still went up to Daddy Freeze. I don't know why the judge or the person that spoke to her didn't ask her that question, that when did you discover? Was it before you went to Daddy Freeze or after you went to Daddy Freeze? But it's not possible that it was after she went to Daddy Freeze. It was before she went to Daddy Freeze, according to her statement, what she said. And let us be realistic here. If you remember her first video when she did a show for her sister, she already talked about her family. So for me, I'm sorry, I might sound insensitive. There's nothing new. We already know her mother is not a better person. Her family, they are not better people. So what new stock did she bring? Nothing. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I'm sorry. Nothing that she brought here. If you also look at it, some person said, oh, they really showed Mohbad in the comment section, that they showed Mohbad. Please, Mohbad has exposed it already before. Yeah, Mohbad has also exposed it. Baba Mohbad has also exposed it. I think people need to go back to 2023 and listen to interviews. Baba Mohbad said it. So what would you calculate from such a person? And before she will even give, waiting in high go see, he knows go blow whistle. Iya Mohbad said the same thing. Before she can even carry the child, the way he treats her. The way she treats her, that's the Wunmi, the sister. Please tell me what's this lady's name? Karimo said, what's the difference? And that was 2023. She's saying it again today. She said another thing. If you all remember Mohbad's video, Mohbad said, you think you can call my mommy and be making her sad, Abi? You always call my mom and make her sad all the time. Please, what's the new thing Karimo have told us today? Aside Baba Mohbad, that's the only new thing I heard. I'm sorry, I might sound insensitive, but I am thinking ahead of our game. And I think we all need to think ahead of this game. They didn't get there because the autopsy didn't come out, right? She did the same thing in May. She exposed her sister, gave us the script. How she talked about the slap. In that video itself, she still talked about the slap. I would like people to go back to one of her recent posts 2 days ago. She made a statement that people on the platform were trying to put words into her mouth, that they are telling her to go back to Daddy Freeze and go and that was what we advised her to do. But she said she's not going to go back. If she can't go back with these same tears, go to Daddy Freeze and Daddy Freeze, I made a mistake. That is what they call restitution. That is what you call sincere apology. Not this one. This one are skits. Act once in one. Men are no vex. They're not gonna like me, but me, I'm as honest as FUCK. That is me. I will tell you as it is. She didn't bring us any new thing. The same old gist. Then she came with the script of they want me to marry a married man. Nyewa Joron. I want to marry a married man. One share na. Yeah, they didn't commit a crime. So I'm thinking, what is it? Can she still go back to Daddy Freeze and say to Daddy Freeze that Daddy Freeze, I never
Yes. Of that one that she exposed her mother, that her mother wanted her to marry a married man with 3 kids. She's trying to pass a message to us. If you think deeply, she's trying to pass a message. Do you understand? I don't want to say it. Do you understand?
Let me
okay, I will not say it deeply. Now, she's trying to tell us that that number one, that her mother is not a good mother, that she's not encouraging her to go for a better option by marrying a single man, and the man of her own choice she wants to choose for her. Okay, and should I say it? Should I say it?
Please say it. Break table.
Should I say it?
Please say it.
You want my break table? Shey you go help me collect letter? You go help me collect letter?
I know where you're going to.
You see them? They are saying say it. They are saying say it. Think deep. Think deep.
I'm already calculated.
Yes, the mother says, since Karimo, you have strong head, Abi, and you have strong head. Okay, since you say you have strong head, though, you want to follow your own choice, your own head. Okay, now, shebi me, I still get another daughter. Now only you be my daughter. I get another daughter where I go give one rich man. Oh no, what the baba baby? Where I go give one rich man like that. She go inherit that rich man property. Can't give me now. So may I live and there.
I get you. But if you look at that same case,
so that's what she's
protecting.
Some of her narrations, she will not want to go deep. But if you have this thing, you will know where she's going to. The one that she exposed, her mother's this thing. She's trying to tell us that her mother does not have dignity. That her mother is after money. Her mother is after her children. Inheriting people's property. And
Mama Comfy, if you listen to her interview, I keep saying let's go back to it. If you listen to her interview, the first interview where she gave that talk, where she was even saying, I bought that's the Daddy Free, saying that my mommy wanted me to buy so property, but later now marketed it to. When I listened to that first recording that last year, I was pissed off. What I could deduce from the family is that they were all ready to grab everything that has to do with Mohbad. They were about to claim all properties, including her, including the mother. So there is no difference. That's what I'm telling you, that there is nothing she has given me that is different. To some people, men are not vexed, so not go like waiting at the talk, but that is the fact.
It's our opinion now.
Forcing your opinion on me.
It's our opinion now.
Mommy,
I'm only telling everybody to open their head, mind, and think.
Nemoli, please. One minute. Mommy, yetunde ẹ má worry. Ṣé rí opinion olúkálùkù ni. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá kọ 6 sílẹ̀, tẹ́ bá dúró sí ẹ̀yìn 6 ó máa jọ 9. Tẹ́ bá dúró sí ẹ̀yìn 6 ó máa jọ ẹ̀yìn 6 ó máa jọ 6 gangan fúnra rẹ̀. So it's our own opinion. Ṣó ti ẹ̀yin bẹ́yẹn. Meanwhile, opinion ti tèmi ń sìn báyìí. Ó máa yàtọ̀ sí ti Nemoli. Ó lè yàtọ̀ sí ti tiyín. The way tí vengeance ṣe analyse ẹ̀. Tẹ́mi bá sọ ti tèmi sìn, ó lè lọ yàtọ̀. Ẹ ti understand? Mommy Yetunde, so bó ṣe rí ni. So kó submit títẹ̀. So Naimoni, please, can you
Finish
please
up.
help us to speed
Yes,
up?
I want to quickly
Yes.
finish up. So I was referencing to the video where even she talked in the initial testimony, her first interview with Daddy Freeze, she had talked about property. It's obvious they were after the property. And she coming now saying all those things. But for me, all these things are like you're cleaning the image. If you remember vividly well, some person said her sister's name has been flagged, and that is why they can't give visa. DNA was meant to be done, as in the court hearing was meant to be done, but what happened? They didn't stay long. They posted them to October. Let us not forget, they said, try to come together, go beg your father-in-law and create peace. When you make that peace, you guys can now talk on the DNA. Why would you want to do peaceful talk on top of the child that you said is the legit blood of the Alobas? It's none of my business, to be honest with you, but think deep about this. It's been moved because the first beg didn't work. Baba Mohbad, they couldn't capture him in Abuja. Now this is another time. Let's send Karimo. Karimo help us penetrates, and she's giving us the same script that has been given all along. May I pay attention to whatever I hear? To be honest with you, they moved it to October, not even September. That's time that they are buying. She's going to penetrate in, she's going to plead. And let us not forget, Baba Mohbad said, according to alleged allegations, even Mohbad's testimony last year during her recording said they had wanted to do DNA before. That was then. Baba was like, Nadia Pikin. Baba accepted the child. She, at that period, wanted the DNA. Then now, Baba Mohbad now got to hear stories and is now believing the previous before the child died. Now he's not saying, Wani Alelokpa Mohbad. We are looking for justice and we are trying to pass justice. I don't know how that is done. I'm sorry, please do not be offended. I am seeking justice. And I will put everything out there. I will think front, back, left, right. I can come and cry to everyone, but I say to you, I bring it to you. I said it earlier this morning on the platform that after Karimo begs and we take Karimo, Mama Mohbad is coming next. After Mama Mohbad, Wunmi is coming next, and forget the justice. You are not getting anything. And that boy, hey, somebody said something, when he enters the ground the next time, the country will shake. And that's the message. To end this topic, let me end and mute it. Please think deep about this. This is a plot. If you remember when Karimo was saying something, she said, Emma Binusi ya Mohbad, the same woman who released the recording saying, Jesu lo ran oko logun pa. Did they put gun on her neck? No. I'm mute. And I'm not going to. I'm sorry. That's me. I speak the truth. I'm mute. Thank you.
Well, right now, social media is divided into two. There are those that are seeking to join Karimo in begging Mohbad's father, while there are people who believe that Karimo is simply playing a script, that Karimo held on to all of this, not wanting to let out her cards. She does not want anyone to know. It's like a gameplay. Let me see where the axe is going to hit. If it is going to hit in between, then let me see where I will be pitching my tent. And if this axe is going to hit Wunmi's head, let me see where I will be pitching my tent. And if this axe is going to swing in the direction of justice for Mohbad, that is Mohbad's father, let me see where I will be pitching my tent. Now, people have asked, how come you did not act? How come you did not say anything? All the while you got to realize this. Why didn't you come out? Why did you keep quiet? Why did you hold on to it? Now, Karimo said that she has a lot of receipts and that should our opposition, that is Team Wunmi, should our opposition decide to expose or release audio recordings where she said certain things that are incriminating or certain things that will shock you. She said she also has a lot to reveal, meaning she's telling them, look, we are both world powers. I have my arsenal, you've got your arsenal too. If you release that nuclear weapon, I will release my own too. So let us respect ourselves. Can you say that all of them are partners in crime? All of them have a lot to deal with. Now, people have also pointed out that they are not interested in Wunmi's family issue with Karimo. And we are not also interested in Mohbad's mother's issue with Karimo. And there is something that someone pointed out, that if we are not careful, the next person that will come out to say we are sorry is Mohbad's mother, followed by Wunmi. All of this is in a bid to quench the fire. Like, can we put an end to this justice for Mohbad? Can we just say enough is enough? Can we just say Mohbad's father, we are sorry? Mohbad's father will say, I know, ladies and gentlemen, as the Olori Ebi, as the head of the family, I have decided to forget and forfeit this justice for Mohbad. After the autopsy, the DNA has been done, and as a family, as a lover, I have contacted my family, and you know, people are thinking that Mohbad's father might end up that way, but I don't think that man will be dumb but stupid and foolish for him to do such. I don't know how much people think he must have acquired on this journey of justice for Mohbad for him to come out to disappoint people this way by not seeking justice to the last minute, accepting, absorbing Wunmi into his life and the yam and many other things. So there's something else that I need to talk about real quick. During the course of the lamentation of Karimo, she said, my mom is angry because she wanted me to marry a man who is married. I don't know who she was trying to sell her daughter to. I had already said this in time past when I processed, profiled, analyzed it. I said, this woman, she's an example of that corruption in the Nigerian police. And it starts from the family. At times, they are good people, they join the police, they become corrupt, and they introduce. But in the case of Wunmi's mother, she is a bad person who joined the Nigerian police. So she found a clan, a tribe, and they blended together doing evil. So she wanted Karimo to marry this married man in the hope that Karimo will inherit that married man. You see, living abroad, working as a nurse is okay if you have a vision, but a woman like Wunmi's mother, she has no vision of working diligently and achieving. I have told you guys that this woman, she has this characteristics of inheriting what does not belong to her. She tried it several times, but she lost as a woman. So what she wants to achieve is to use her children to achieve what they never worked for. It started when Mohbad was alive. The land that they coerced Mohbad to buy, they coerced Mohbad to pay for a land that he has no papers of. What about series of money, 500,000 naira, 250,000 naira, that Wunmi's mother borrowed? Or is it borrow we are going to say now? Borrowed, or is it lent? Which of them is the right English here? Because at the end of the day, it was not returned. Can you guys see what we are saying here? A lot of money went into that woman's account via Wunmi. Mohbad will say, okay, no problem. I don't want to be against my mother-in-law or the mother of my girlfriend or whatever. They wanted to, in fact, it was all about how they can benefit from Wunmi. How Wunmi and her mom can benefit from Mohbad. It was all about what they can steal from Mohbad. It was all about so that is why they are standing that even after the demise of Mohbad, after they are behind it, after everything, with all they did, they still want to. So she said, my mom wanted me to marry this married person. Why would you want to force your daughter to get married to a man who has 3 wives, and not because this is your daughter that is in the US. She's a nurse, as she said, working. So what is it that she cannot achieve in life as a person? But because of her archaic, wicked, evil mindset, she wanted her to get into the life of this man and eventually execute this man so that she can now do the same thing that we are dealing with on justice for Mohbad. So this lady said, no, She told Karimo, divorce this man. Don't be with this guy. Who is this guy that you want to get married to? Come and marry this one. This is where problems started. Apart from the initial problem they had, how she had left her at 3 months old and cared less about her. All of a sudden surfaced in her life when she got a visa lottery to the US. Can you imagine such a woman? So now it is the same thing that is being played out in Mohbad's journey. It is the same thing. The same thing. Can you guys believe it? Can you guys just imagine this act of wickedness, this act of evil? This is wickedness at the highest point of it. So Karimo has cried, asking for forgiveness. She said she has a lot, that in fact what she has inside of her will burst and scatter social media. She's talking about Wunmi and one other lady. She's accusing Mohbad's mother's sister and accusing one other person again, saying that they tricked her. They acted as if they gave the phone to Mohbad's father while she was there screaming, saying, don't bury Mohbad now. It was all a game at the onset. Wunmi is behind the demise of Mohbad. Wunmi is behind the demise of Mohbad. A lot of things were played. From the onset, they knew. Wunmi had gone out to seek information about Mohbad spiritually. They were working on that. Not just that alone. On that same journey, when Mohbad finally passed away, Wunmi had called her mom. Her mom had instructed her on what to do. That is what we are beginning to see. That is the picture. That's the picture. Called her mom. Look, it has happened. And being that she's always on the street, she's a street girl. She has that orientation. She quickly did what she needed to do. And did it as she did it. And eventually, we are where we are. She did it quickly. How do we package? How do we manipulate everything? How do we cover it all? Cover up everything. The mother kicked into action. She swung into action, called who she needed to call. They covered everything up. And here we are, wondering what happened to Mohbad. What happened to Mohbad? What happened to Mohbad? Can you believe it? Imagine wickedness. Wickedness at the height of it. Wickedness of the highest level. And the bad part of it is, in all of this, these people are not even afraid. How can they be afraid? Do you know the atrocities that Wunmi's mother might have committed as a police officer? They're not even afraid of it. They're not afraid of their act. Like, wait, something can happen here and there. To them, they believe that Karimo does not have more damaging details or information to nail them. But she says she has a lot of receipts. She says she has more. She has more. But she wants to water the ground with this one. And we are waiting. We don't want to be kept waiting too long. We want more and more. So back to back, we'll be on this one. I think in the next couple of hours, something must drop on this justice for Mohbad. Wunmi, you'll be going down. Your sister already knows that she needs to clear her own role in it. After all, if the toxicology report comes to, points to some other things that the government toxicology refused to produce, then you people will have to explain it. You will have to explain how this came about.